And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Manhattanville Field here on the campus of Manhattanville College for Game 1 of today's MAC Freedom doubleheader between the 9-9 Manhattanville Valiants and the 13-9 Lady Monarchs of King's College. The Valiants coming in, as you saw in the graphic earlier, as we'll show you once again, an unfamiliar position looking up in the MAC Freedom standings. After a near 2-year winning streak, 23 games long, snapped yesterday in a sweep at DeSales University. DeSales currently sitting at first place in the conference, 6-2. Manhattanville now, as you see, in 5th place. Again, the weather affecting the total games played this season. DeSales, of course, now 8 conference games on the year. Manhattanville just 4. As we are underway here in Game 1 between Manhattanville and Kings. Amber Saylor, the left fielder, will lead off for Kings. Alicia Feeney, the senior, on the mound for her 10th start this season, 13th appearance. She's made 3 appearances in relief, including last week, closing out the doubleheader sweep of FDU Florham in the conference opener for Manhattanville. Yes, Feeney's quickly ahead 0-2 here. On Saylor, the junior out of Northampton, Pennsylvania. That pitch high and outside. Yvonne Torres having to come out of her squat to grab that one. Around the infield for Manhattanville, Dolores Demeke at first, Desiree Bouboy at second, Sophia Chapelone at shortstop, Sam Jedry at third. That pitch is grounded to Jedry, but just outside the foul line. Count remains 1-2. And in the outfield, around left to right, it is Brooke Franzen, Sela Casillas, and Alexis Venturola. Speed delivers outside, count now even at 2-2. Kings coming in having split their MAC Freedom doubleheader yesterday against Wilkes, as that pitch is shot foul. Wilkes won Game 1, 4-1. And Kings came back for a 14-2 victory in Game 2. Lexi Walk and Samantha Bloom, each with 3 hits and 3 RBIs in that Game 2 win. As Saylor is retired for the first out of the game. And the aforementioned Samantha Bloom getting the start at second base today here in Game 1 for Kings. Now up the plate. As Bloom floats that one. Harmless pop fly though. Grabbed by Desiree Bouboy. 2 quick outs here for Feeney. As Lexi Walk, the center fielder here for Game 1, junior out of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Now up again, 2 out, no one on here in the top of the first. Feeney delivers low. Again, MAC Freedom doubleheader here between Kings and Manhattanville. The Valiants, their 23-game conference winning streak snapped yesterday with a sweep at DeSales. As Wall grounds a base hit between Jedry and Chapelone on the left side. And Kings has a 2-out base runner for Taylor Norris. Norris, a sophomore out of Riva, Virginia. As Feeney delivers a strike. Norris coming in just her 10th appearance of the season. As the throw down to second, not in time. As Walk now in scoring position with 2 outs. As I was saying, this is the 23rd game of the year for Kings, just the 10th appearance for Norris. She has started, 10 now. It's been a little off-speed pitch, harmless grounder right back to her, and she will retire Norris to end the inning. So Feeney avoiding minor trouble there after the 2-out single and stolen base by Lexi Walk. No score as we get to the bottom of the first here. Get you the starting lineup quickly for Manhattanville as the winds picking up here once again at Manhattanville Field. Listed temperature today was about 40. The wind making it feel a little bit cooler than that right now. Again, the starting lineup for Manhattanville today. Acela Casillas leading off, and as we mentioned, in center field. Alexis Venturola in the 2-hole for Game 1. Desiree Boboy hitting third. Dolores Demicky cleaning up. Yvonne Torres batting 5th. Sam Jedry batting 6th. Ali Orduna, the designated player for Game 1, batting 7th. Sophia Chapelone hitting 8th. And Brooke Franzen batting 9th. Casillas with a team-leading 3 RBIs over the 2 games in yesterday's sweep against DeSales. Demicky moving into 8th place all-time at Manhattanville, her 16th career home run in Game 2 as well. As Casillas waits as the pre-inning huddle at the mound, as the infielders and catchers will depart from Nicole Kearse. Kearse coming in a 2.10 ERA, tops on the team. Third in strikeouts with 16. Coming in with 43.1, 43 and a third innings pitched on the season. So again, Casillas stepping in now. She started every game for Manhattanville this season. First pitch is in the dirt outside, 1-0. Casillas hitting 354 on the season. Good for third on the team. The 1-0 pitch is high, 2-0. Casillas also tied with Venturola for the team lead in RBIs. Rare to see from a table setter, as Casillas has been for much of the season, in the first or second spot of the batting order for the majority of the season. Casillas also with a team high 8 walks coming in, ahead 2-1 here. She lines one into right, and that is over the head and to the wall. As Casillas pulls in with a lead-off double. Casillas got that over the head of Kelsey Senchek out there in right field. A line drive, one-hop shot to the wall. Manhattanville in business right away here. Runner in scoring position with nobody out. For Alexis Venturola coming in with a team-leading 361 batting average, tied with Casillas for the RBI team lead as she flies one into right, Senchek back again, makes the catch on the run. Casillas will tag and go to third relatively easily as Senchek had to retreat almost all the way over to the foul line that time. So the momentum taking her away from third base. Casillas making it easily. So 1 out, runner on third now for Desiree Boboy, coming in tied with Casillas for second on the team in hits, coming in with 17. Boboy a 288 average. This is her 18th start of the season. 2 homers, 5 RBIs. That a little jam shot. Throw coming home and in time as a delayed call there as Casillas had slid wide and the tag was initially missed but applied late that time by Gabby Leary. Mackenzie Yori getting the lead run that time. Lead runner, I should say, cutting down the attempted run. So Boboy at first now, 2 outs. Still no score here. Bottom of the first. And in steps Dolores Demicky. That pitch high and outside, and a throw fake down to first by Leary as the boy took an extra step or two after that pitch. Demke coming in a team-leading 19 hits, 9 of those extra base hits, both of those team leads, as she hits one down the left field line, and a nice running catch right at the foul line by Amber Saylor. So a couple of nice running catches by the corner outfielders, and again the nice delivery and tag from Yori and Leary to cut down Casillas there after the freshman center fielder had reached on the leadoff double. So no scores. We now head to the second inning. Feeney back out on the hill. And Alicia Feeney, as we alluded to several times last week, coming in one of the most accomplished pitchers in Manhattanville history entering the season. This is not even counting anything she's accumulated in her starts this season. She was already second all-time in shutouts, third in wins, fifth in strikeouts, and sixth in innings pitched and complete games. Feeney also a 2-time Mac Freedom Pitcher of the Year, an 8-time Pitcher of the Week recipient, including 4 straight weekly honors back in 2016. So Senchak, who we saw involved on a couple of plays in the last half inning, now stepping into leadoff. Needs first delivery in there for strike one. Senchak coming in hitting .293 on the season, 8 RBIs, and 5 doubles. That pitch has to have to duck out of the way. Count now 1-1. Senchak also 4 for 5 on stolen base attempts this season, so a little bit of speed out of Senchak as well. Showed a little bit of it on that running catch on Venturola's ball that went right to the foul line. Demke and Venturola hitting right on the foul lines in their 2 flyouts in the first as Feeney delivers a strike. Count now 2-2 on Senchak. Five, 6, and 7 up for Kings as Senchak goes down swinging. 1 out now, top second. That'll bring up Megan Beaupre. Rare that you go a half inning without a first baseman being involved in a single chance, but Beaupre did just that last half inning on the 2 flyouts and the force out at home. Beaupre pops one up, can of corn for Jedry right at the foul line, about 3 steps in from the bag. 2 out now for Yori. Already a nice contribution on the defensive end, retiring Casillas at the plate last half inning as she bluffs at a bunt. And will take strike 1. Yori coming in hitting .314 on the season. Also 8 RBIs. So that's chopped down to Chapelogne. Long throw across the diamond. Nice stretch by Demke. And the side is quickly retired. 1-2-3 inning for Feeney. As the Valiants will have 5, 6, and 7 up themselves this inning. That in the form of Torres, Jedry, and Orduna. Again, Manhattanville softball doubleheader action here this afternoon. Valiant's hosting the Lady Monarchs of Kings College. Valiant's 18-13 all-time against Kings, largely due to a 12-3 record in their last 15 meetings, including 2 straight victories to claim their second straight MAC Freedom tournament title last year. Valiant again winning 3 of the last 4 conference championships, including 2014. 12th year head coach Dale Martin, a 6-time conference champion, the aforementioned 3 MAC Freedom titles, and 3 Skyline conference championships as well. As Torres will step in, leading off the Manhattanville second here. As Torres with a high fly ball to left field, going back at the wall. It is gone! Ivan Torres with a high drive just over the wall and inside the foul line. Makes it 1-0 Manhattanville here in the bottom of the second. So we saw last week Sam Jedry hit a home run over the left center field fence that couldn't have gone more than about 20 feet off the ground. Torres launching one that went 3 to 4 times higher than that. That ball carrying just far enough and staying just fair down the left field line. There's now a ground ball up the middle and a nice stretch at first by Beaupre. Will retire Jedry on the first pitch. And in steps Ali Orduña. Orduña just her 5th start of the season. 13th game this season as well. Coach Martin perhaps looking to capitalize on the 3-for-4 effort Orduña showed in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader as she pops out to second base. Bloom squeezing that one. So with 2 out and no one on, in steps Sophia Chaperon, her 17th start of the season for Manhattanville. Healthy cut and a miss that time. 0-1. Chaperon, one of 7 Californians on this team, joined by 1 Washingtonian as well. The Chaperon fouls one out of play off the right side. Count out 0-2. Casillas, Franzen, Jedry, Chaperon, Torres, Boboy, and Orduña, the 7 Californians. The Chaperon takes strike through call on the outside corner. Jordan Boyd, the 1 Washingtonian, by the way. So Manhattanville retired in the second, but not before a towering fly ball by Ivan Torres finds its way over the fence in left field as Manhattanville takes a 1-0 lead as Torres breaks a 5-way tie, what was a 5-way tie, and is now in sole possession of second place on the team with 3 home runs on the season. Demeke and Aaron Hartenstein, the pitcher slash designated player, not getting the start here in Game 1. Coming in tied at 4, leading the team with round trippers this season. And Torres breaking what was, again, a 5-0 tie between herself, Jordan Boyd, Sam Jedry, Desiree Boboy, and Brooke Franzen. At the 19th home run of the season for Manhattanville. as the wind again picking up here as we start the top of the third. 8-9 and 1 up for Kings as Gabby Leary looks at strike one from Feeney. Leary her 12th start of the season. Cut on and missed for strike two. Leary hitting just 125, but 7 walks for an on-base percentage of nearly 300. It's a soft line drive caught by Chaperone at short. Another infield pop out for Feeney. One away here in the top of the third. As Feeney delivers strike one to Ali DeVaugh. DeVaugh coming in hitting .243 on the season. Count now 1-1. This is the 16th start and 18th appearance of the season for DeVaugh. She knocks a chopper, nice backhand snare by Feeney. 2 quick outs here in the third. Little trouble for Feeney through the first 8 outs of this game one. Back to the top of the order, and Amber Saylor. She'll take ball one. Saylor coming in third on the team in batting average, first in hits, tied for second in extra base hits. As she fakes a bunt. Pitch called a strike, 1-1 the count. Saylor also first on the team in runs scored, nearly double the second place member on her team right now in that category. Saylor also second in slugging percentage as that pitch slapped foul outside of first. So Saylor in the top 3 of 5 major statistical categories for this Lady Monarch team. That pitch called a ball. Count now 2-2. 2 out, no one on here in the top of the third. As Feeney delivers a called strike 3. Alicia Feeney threw 3 scoreless innings. Manhattanville again with a 1-0 lead now. As we get to the bottom of the third inning. Again, you're listening to Manhattanville College softball here this Sunday afternoon, the 8th of April, 2018. And again, the major MAC Freedom softball news, again from yesterday, as with Manhattanville's 23-game conference winning streak snapped in a sweep at the hands of DeSales University. Manhattanville's first conference loss since April 2nd of 2016, that a 9-inning loss to Misericordia. And again, by virtue of losing the doubleheader, their first 2-game conference losing streak since April 19th and April 25th of 2015. As dominance has been the name of the game for Manhattanville in the MAC Freedom the last couple of seasons. As Brooke Franzen will step in to begin the bottom of the third here. She'll take ball one high and away. Manhattanville now falling into 5th place in the MAC Freedom. DeSales, by virtue of yesterday's sweep, again in first with a 6-2 record. A Chaperone fouls that one back. not too far away from our broadcast booth here behind home plate at Manhattanville Field. Wilkes, Misericordia, and FDU Florham currently 2-3-4 in the Mac Freedom. Frenton launches a high drive into right field. Senchak settles under it and makes the catch. One away here. That will bring the top of the order up once again. And Asela Casillas. Casillas, her 18th hit and 6th double of the season in the bottom of the first. The line drive double into right before she was cut down at the plate on the force out by Yori. Casillas bluffs at a bunt but takes ball one. Casillas ready to slap that one, but instead will take a called strike. Count now 1-1. Casillas takes ball two. Apologies for anyone experiencing some video difficulties. We will look to correct those as they occur, as the day progresses, as Casillas slaps one out to left. Play made by Amber Saylor. Now 2 out and nobody on here. As Venturola will step in for her second at bat. Venturola again advancing Casillas to third. The fly ball right down the right field line in the first. She launches another one into right field. Senchak going back. She won't get it. That's off the wall. Venturola pops into second as the throw from Senchak sailing over second base, but play backed up nicely by Ali Devar. So Alexis Venturola with a 2-out double here. As Desiree Baboy will step in now. Chance to extend Manhattanville's lead here. That pitch inside Venturola. No one near second base, takes a healthy secondary lead, but able to get back. As Baboy swings and misses for strike one. That the 4th double of the season for Venturola. Baboy takes high. Count now 2-1. Venturola came in hitting .361. Now hitting at .500 for the day, 1-2. That pitch taken outside. Count now 3-1 as Venturola continues taking those healthy leads off second base with both middle infielders spread wide, as that pitch taken outside for ball 4, so a walk for the Manhattanville second baseman will bring up the Manhattanville first baseman with 2 out and 2 on. Mentioned Demke's power a little earlier, tied with Hartenstein for the team lead in home runs. And in sole possession of first place for the team lead in hits and extra base hits, 19 and 9 respectively, as she knocks one through the middle. Venturola being waved around. Throw is cut off. Venturola scores. It's 2-0 Manhattanville. Dolores Demke delivering an RBI single. So Demke joins Casillas and Venturola. Now a trio of valiants with 9 RBIs on the season. Still 2 out and 2 on for Torres, who gave Manhattanville their 1-0 lead. In the bottom of the second, the leadoff towering home run right down the left field line. As she launches this one to right field in the corner. It goes foul. As Senchak gave that one a look before running out of room. Count 1-1 on the junior catcher out of Hacienda Heights, California. So the wind's picking up once again. 1-1 pitch, off speed, high, 2-1 the count now. Another pitch swung on and fouled off. This one a little bit further out of play along the right side. First base side, I should specify. In addition to her offensive prowess, Torres coming in a perfect 1,000 fielding percentage in 53 total chances this season, as she is hit by the pitch. I've been catching her right on the left shoulder as she tried to get out of the way. So bases now loaded for Sam Jedry. Jedry came in hitting .341 on the season with 4 doubles, and now one of the 4 Valiants with 2 home runs. As we will have a quick visit to the mound by the Lady Monarch coaching staff. Lisa Gigliello, the 25th year head coach for the Lady Monarchs, assisted by Allison Herbert, Joanne Matt, Tiffany Mullally, and Ashley Kowalski this season. And Dale Martin coach assisted by Ashley Gerhardt and a pair of former players, former Valiant Nicole Chappis, and Mayor Shaughnessy, who played for Martin during his tenure at Fairleigh Dickinson University out of the Division I Northeast Conference. Now visit over, and the pitch is high for ball 1. As the Valiants again have put a run on the board and kept the bases, or loaded the bases, I should say, here following the hit by pitch. Is that ball grounded through the left side, smothered, but no play for Yori. You're doing a nice job of keeping that ball on the infield, possibly preventing the extra run. So just 1 run crossing the plate that time. As Boboy makes it 3-0. Boboy's run, I should say, makes it 3-0. We'll wait the official scoring on that. Would have been a tough play regardless for Yori. Might have had a force at third, but again, hard to specify, as that ball also pulled Devoir a little bit off of third base as well. The count now 1-1 on Ali Orduña. 3-0 Manhattanville here. Base is still loaded, 2 outs. Orduña floats one into right. We'll go foul out of play. Runners will return to their respective bases. Demeke at third. Torres at second. Jedry at first here. And again, a 3-0 lead now for Manhattanville. That pitch grounded in a nice one-hop snare at the hot corner by Ali Devoir. That a scorcher off the bat of Orduña. Had base hit and 4, maybe even 5-0 game written all over it. But Devar showing, again, why they call it the hot corner. Snares and steps on the bag to end the inning. Again, not before 2 more runs for Manhattanville. all coming with 2 outs. Everything starting again with the double by Venturola. The Valiants playing station-to-station softball beyond that. Have staked Alicia Feeney now a 3-0 lead as we head to the top of the 4th. At Manhattanville softball, doubleheader conference action against Kings this afternoon. Valiants, their first conference loss in a little over 2 years yesterday at the hands of DeSales. And their first 2-game conference losing streak in nearly 3 years. Look at the Valiants in 5th place now in the MAC Freedom at 2-2. Really a tie for 4th percentage-wise with FD Florham, both teams at 500, with Wilkes and Misery tied at identical 4-2 records. Everyone looking up currently at DeSales. Now 6-2 in conference play. The weather affecting the total conference games played, as the series of storms and nor'easters striking the Northeast the last couple of weeks. Bit of a delay here before the start of the inning as the umpires chatting with Coach Dale Martin as Feeney delivers a called strike here on Samantha Bloom. Bloom came in just a point behind Megan Beaupre for the team leading batting average. Beaupre came in at 346, Bloom at 345. That pitch is low for ball, 1-1. As Bloom pops that one over Feeney, Chaplin coming in, throw on the run, got her. Nice play that time by Sophia Chaplin backing up her pitcher. Ball hit like that, always dangerous. Possible backspin, possible side spin. But Chaplin gathers and throws out Bloom for the first hit of the inning. The first offering to Lexi Walk is fouled out of play. 0-1. Feeney in the windup of the pitch. Low and inside. 1-1. Walk again, her 22nd start of the season. That pitch in there for a strike, and now 1-2. Ball came in hitting .319. 2 doubles, a triple, and 10 RBIs as she lines that one to the gap in left center. Franzen quick to throw it in. But another double for Lexi Walk. And now in steps Norris with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. First trouble really of any kind for Feeney in the last couple of innings here. She delivers a strike, and now 0-1. Feeney winds and delivers. That pitch popped up, caught by Jedry, and not going anywhere was Lexi Walk as she was heading back to second base before that ball was even in Jedry's glove. So 2 out now. Walk still at second base. And a strike is Kelsey Senchek as Torres faked a throw down to second base. But walk not straying too far from the bag as that pitch is fouled off. Feeney now one strike away from ending the inning. She heads back to the circle and delivers, and that pitch hits Senchak. So both teams now and batter being hit by a pitch. So Megan Beaupre steps in. With 2 on and 2 out now. First pitch fouled off the third base side. 0-1 the count. Beaupre came in third on the team in slugging percentage as she grounds that one under the glove of Jedry. Everyone advances 60 feet, so the base is now loaded for Mackenzie Yori. And all of a sudden, we are potentially one swing away from a one-run or perhaps even tie ball game here. The now bases loaded in 2 outs as Feeney delivers. A ball, 1-0 the count. Kings had not so much as put 2 runners on base in any inning, now suddenly with 3 here in the top of the 4th. That's called a strike, counts now 1-1. Feeney a little something off that one, and Yori well out in front. Count now 1-2. Feeney again 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. That ball chopped right back to Feeney. Throw on to Demeke, retires the side. Alicia Feeney avoids some trouble. Stranding is loaded. It remains 3-0 Manhattanville as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Again, for those who may have joined us late, first of all, thank you for spending even a part of your Sunday afternoon with us here. For Manhattanville softball action here in a sunny, windy Purchase, New York. Again, on this, the 8th day of April, 2018. Again, Manhattanville took a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd. On Yvonne Torres' 3rd home run of the season. Then added 2 more in the bottom of the 3rd. Alexis Mentarola and Desiree Buboy, the 2-run scorers that inning, as Manhattanville played essentially station to station softball. As Mentarola started a 2-out rally after Brooke Franzen and Asael Casillas had both been retired. As Sophia Chaperon steps in out to lead off the 4th, she swings and misses for strike 1. Chaperon out of Carlsbad, California, one of the 7 Californians on this Manhattanville team. Chaperon all Mac Freedom as a freshman. Mac Freedom first team selection, I should specify, in 2016. When she had .436 with 39 RBIs and 9 home runs as that pitch low and skips to the backstop for ball 2. Chaplain from the same high school as 8-year NBA veteran Chase Budinger and New York Met Phillip Evans. That pitch low and inside. Count now 3-1 on Chaplain. Wynn picking up once again. Chaplain lines that one out of play off the right side. Full count now to the Manhattanville junior. And the offering cut on and missed. Strike 3, 1 out now in the bottom of the fourth. As Kirsch gets Chaplain swinging, and that will bring up Brooke Franzen, who led off last inning. As Manhattanville, again, nearly batting around following their 2-run rally after starting the inning with 2 quick outs, as Franzen just thrown out on the bang-bang play at first. Play made that time by Samantha Bloom. As Asela Casillas will step back in. Third time now through the order for Manhattanville. As Kirsch delivers a ball to the Manhattanville freshman outfielder. Casillas, a 2-sport athlete here at Manhattanville. Played field hockey for head coach Kevin Kelly during the fall semester. Casillas, one of 2 two-sport athletes on this Manhattanville team. Dolores Demicky, a former goalkeeper for the Manhattanville women's soccer team as well. Casillas takes a strikeout now, 2-1. Kirsch delivers a ball, count now 3-1. Casillas out of Chula Vista, California, attended the same high school as New York Met Adrian Gonzalez. As Casillas dribbles one to second base, as the play again is made by Bloom, as that will end the inning. 3-0 Manhattanville through 4 here at Manhattanville Field. Valiant's 3 innings away now from moving to 3-2 on the season. Again, Manhattanville coming in 9-9 on the season. Kings 13-9 on the season. But much more importantly, the Valiants 2-2 in MAC Freedom play, and Kings coming in at 2-4. Again, Kings splitting their conference doubleheader at Wilkes yesterday, as they dropped Game 1 4-1. Then with 9 runs in the top of the 7th, took Game 2 rather comfortably, 14-2. Is the pre-inning mound huddle broken by Lee Manhattanville infield. Living at the top of the fifth for Kings, the catcher, number 24, Gabby Leary. As Leary steps in to lead off the top of the 5th. She'll take ball 1. Leary out of Colcott, Connecticut. Takes strike 1. Leary, one of 2 nutmeggers on this Lady Monarch team. Leary cuts and misses. Count now 1-2. Gabby. That pitch just inside. Torres held it there an extra second, hoping to get the call, but no such luck from the home plate umpire. Count now 2-2. As that pitch dribbled down to Demeke, bobbled it at first, now has to flip it. As boy, heads up play, gets over there to cover. So 3-4 the put out there. Zali DeVore will step in here with 1 out, top of the 5th. Pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1. Sun has disappeared behind the clouds for now, but sure will be back as the afternoon progresses. That bunted out of play. Count now 0-2. The lawn chairs continuing to spread here at Manhattanville Field. Zappi just cut on missed. Another strikeout for Alicia Feeney. 2 out now. No one on here in the top of the 5th. Back to the top of the order for the Lady Monarchs and Amber Sailor. As Feeney delivers ball 1. Mentioned the launchers here at Manhattanville Field. One of the intricacies of this area of Manhattanville College campus, as Feeney delivers a strike, 1-1 the count. Again, one of the intricacies of the stadium, the ability to watch the game from beyond the center field wall, or the outfield wall, I should say, as the ball stretching along the border here. So that pitch fouled off the fence, count out 1-2. And watching from beyond the outfield wall or behind home plate. Both clean, unique vantage points. As the Manhattanville softball field and baseball fields are joining here at Manhattanville College, as that pitch outside. 2s across the board here, 2-2 with 2 out. On the top of the 5th. There's a little something off that time. Off the glove of Jedry to Chaperone, but no play. Amber Sailor reaches with 2 out. We'll await the official scoring on that one. As Samantha Bloom will step in with 2 out. Jedry will be charged with an error, the first of the game for either team. As Sweeney delivers a called strike. Sweeney working on a 3-hitter here. 4 strikeouts through 4 2/3. She misses for a ball, 1-1 the count. That pitch outside, count now 2-1. Feeney looking for her second straight home shutout after a 6-0 win over FDU Florham in Game 1 of last week's doubleheader sweep. Is that pitch lined but caught by Jedry, and that will end the inning. Alicia Feeney again, a 3-hitter through 5. Manhattanville up 3-0 here as we get to the bottom of the 5th. Again, Manhattanville took a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd on Yvonne Torres' 3rd home run of the season. That found its way just over the outfield fence and just inside the left field foul line. And then the Valiants, after there were 2 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 3rd, rallied for 2 runs. Those runs coming from Alexis Venturola and Desiree Buboy. As Curse heads back out for the bottom of the 5th. And Venturola, who, again, kick-started that no-on, 2-out, 2-run rally in the bottom of the 3rd, will now lead off here in the bottom of the 5th. Venturola again came in hitting a team-leading 361, 1 for 2 so far today. Pitch grounded right to Yori at shortstop. Throw made in time. Venturola retired for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. And in will step Desiree Buboy. As Buboy hits one to deep left field, that ball is gone! Desiree Buboy, a line drive home run. That pitch a little more inside the foul line than Torres's. So 4-0 now Manhattanville. As Buboy has tied Torres. As the two now sit in a tie for 3rd place. Both now 1 behind Demke and Hartenstein. As Demke steps in and takes ball 1. And Demke lines one to right center. That's going to go to the wall. Demke takes the turn and awaiting the official call. She is safe at second base. The base umpire not making an official call that time as Demke gets in just ahead of the tag. And the aforementioned Yvonne Torres now steps in. 1 out and Demke at second. Grounded to Yori at short. Demke waits and not heading to third on a wide throw, but the nice stretch over there by Megan Beaupre retires Torres for the 2nd out of the inning. Beaupre's had to make a number of long stretches to her forehand side this afternoon, but has made every single one of them. As Sam Gentry steps in. Demke still at second, now with 2 out. Valiance to give Feeney a little more run support here. Giving Alicia Feeney more run support, always a dangerous proposition for the opposition. The Valiants again already up 4, looking for more. As that pitch grounded again to Yori at short. Throw is in time as the side is retired. Demke will be stranded at second, but the Valiants adding another run on Desiree Buboy's 3rd home run of the season. A line drive shot that made its way just over the yellow padding atop the outfield wall here. Both Manhattanville home runs. One more of the sky fly ball variety, and Buboy's more of the line drive. Both just clearing the outfield wall here this afternoon. As As again, Feeney heads back out for the top of the sixth, now up 4-0. And Feeney came in with a 2.88 ERA, which has dropped rather significantly over these last 5 innings. Feeney again escaping earlier trouble, getting out of a bases-loaded jam several innings ago, keeping the shutout intact. As the winds picking up once again. As Legsy Walk steps in to lead off, and an off-speed delivery over the plate, strike one. Oh, and a fastball on the outside corner. 0-2 the count now. Pitch high and outside, 1-2 on Walk. Winds continuing to gust here as Walk lines that one under the glove of Jedry, but foul. Jedry playing right along the line that time. Nearly made an outstanding backhanded snare. But again, just a hard-hit foul ball. Count still 1-2. That pitch off the outside corner. 2-2 the count now on Walk. Feeney's delivery popped up. Chapelone to her left makes the running catch. Sevilla Chapelone, a nice running play that time. 1 out now for Taylor Norris. Norris takes inside, having to jump slide out of the way of that time. That pitch nearly grazing her left elbow. As Feeney delivers a strike on the outside corner. Count now 1-1. One pitch off the outside corner. Count out 2-1. Mentioned earlier on, Norris has had success in limited action this season. Just her 10th start of the year. Came in hitting .333 with 5 RBIs. Grounds that one to Demeke. She will grab and make the play herself. 2 outs now. And nobody on here. Kings now down to their final 4 outs to get 4 runs. This is, of course, assuming Manhattanville does not score in the bottom of the 6th. As Kelsey Senchak takes ball 1 off the inside part of the plate. And another off-speed pitch. And another ball. 2-0 the count now. Senchak, the senior out of Larksville, Pennsylvania. She takes a strike. Count now 2-1. Senchak came in hitting at .293 on the season. 5 doubles and 8 RBIs, and that ruled a foul ball. Torres throwing down to Demeke just in case, but home plate umpire does indeed rule a foul ball. So 2-2 with 2 outs now, and a Another off-speed pitch in, just off the plate. Count now 3-2 on Senchak. Wind's continuing to go in and out here. And a pitch swung on and missed. That ball blown by the bat of Senchak as Feeney now threw 6 scoreless here at Manhattanville Field. So Alicia Feeney with 13 straight scoreless innings in her last 2 starts here at Manhattanville Field, dating back to her shutout last weekend over FDU Florham. Feeney then came in to close out the 5-1 Game 2 win as well. Again, 4-0 Manhattanville over Kings here. Game 1 of a Mac Freedom doubleheader. Manhattanville with solo home runs today from Yvonne Torres and Desiree Boyd. 3rd homer of the year for both of them. As Ali Orduna steps in to lead off the Manhattanville 6th here. As Orduna lines one into right center field. She will stop at first as Walk able to keep that one from going to the wall. Now the Orduna leadoff line drive single. As Jordan Boyd will step in now and pinch hit for Sophia Chapelone. As Boyd takes a step towards second base, but retreating is Ali Orduna. 1-2 the count now on Boyd. Freshman out of Washington. As she lines one in for a base hit just behind first base, and taking a wide string but retreating to second base is Orduna. So back-to-back base hits by a pair of Manhattanville freshmen. We'll bring up a 3rd Manhattanville freshman in Brooke Franzen. Franzen takes slow, the ball skipping away, but not far enough for either runner to retreat. As Gabby Leary quick to retrieve. Gerst delivers a called strike. Count now 1-1. Again, 2 on, no one out here. Bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Manhattanville. As Franzen pops one foul. Play outside first base. Adam Ryder and the Wind with you here from Manhattanville Field. That pitch bounced, nice block that time by Gabby Leary. Count 2-2 on the freshman outfielder. Listed actually as a utility player in today's program. That pitch low and outside. Full count now. Occurs in danger from 1 pitch away. Loading the bases for the top of the order here Casillas, Venturola, and the boy would follow. And that is indeed ball 4. So would you look at that? 3 Valiants on base here, all freshmen, and Casillas, a 4th freshman, will step to the plate. As Casillas pops one up, the wind taking that one a little bit more towards the third base side, but the play made nonetheless by Mackenzie Yorey. As Alexis Venturola now steps in with 1 out. She'll take a strike. Count now 0-1. Jasmine Feliciano, for note, the 1 freshman Valiant not involved in that last play. Venturola, a healthy cut as the count now goes to 0-2. Curtis winds and delivers that off the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now. Curtis looking to avoid a major jam here. Already got Casillas to pop out. And that pitch foul tip, but unable to squeeze it was Leary. Venturola stays alive, count still 1-2. Orduna at first, Orduna at third, I should say, Boyd at second, and Franzen at first as that pitch is flied into right, catch is made. Tagging at third, throw, cut off, not in time. Orduna scores. Boyd will move to third. Sacrifice fly for Venturola. Now a 5-0 Manhattanville lead. And in steps the Valiant who gave them a 4-0 lead with her 3rd home run of the season, Desiree Boy. That pitch in there for a called strike. That grounded to second. And the play made, Baboy retired, and Curse avoids further trouble, just allows the 1 run off the bases loaded, no out situation. So Kings now their last licks potentially, down 5-0. As Alicia Feeney, 3 outs away from back-to-back home shutouts. Manhattanville now 3 outs away from moving to 3-2 on the season in the MAC Freedom. Walk and Beaupre, the only Lady Monarchs with hits today off of Feeney. That's from Manhattanville. One hit apiece, at least 1 hit apiece. Nemeki with 2 hits, but at least 1 hit apiece from each of their first 7 batters. So balanced throughout the Manhattanville lineup here in Game 1. And the aforementioned Beaupre steps in and pops one out of play. Count 0-1 on Beaupre. Cut on and missed. Count now 0-2. And another off-speed delivery. Beaupre goes down swinging. 1 out now in the top of the 7th. The 6th strikeout of the game for Alicia Feeney. That pitch misses for ball 1. That pitch on the outside corner. Count now 1-1. Pitch low, might have been in the dirt. Count now 2-1. Mackenzie Yuri having to duck out of the way of that high inside delivery. Count 3-1 on the Kings sophomore. Outside ball 4. 1 out base runner now for Kings. As Gabby Leary steps in once again. Let's take ball 1. Leary, one of 6 freshmen on this Kings team. Takes a strikeout at 1-1. In fact, the battery for Kings here in game 1, Kirsten and Leary, both freshmen. She'll take a strikeout now, 1-2. That pitch just off the outside corner. Torres tried to frame it, but receives no such luck from the home plate umpire. 2-2 now. As that pitch popped into right. Venturola coming in, still coming in, can't make the catch. The ball trickles away, and scampering down to second is Yori. So Venturola had to go a long way for that one. Was unable to make the play. So now 2 on, 1 out for Allie DeVore. Error charge to Venturola as DeVore takes strike 1. DeVore out of Laceyville, Pennsylvania. There's a throw down by Torres behind the runner. But Yuri gets back in time. 1-1 on DeVore. Go now 1-2. DeVore came into this game hitting .243. One-two pitch grounded down to Demeke. She'll step on first and run the ball all the way back to Feeney. So back to the top of the order, an Amber Sailor. Last chance now for Kings. That pitch foul tipped and caught for strike 1. Yori Beaupre advancing to second and third on the last ground out. That pitch grounded down to Baboy. Throw is in time. So Alicia Feeney has posted back-to-back home shutouts as Manhattanville takes Game 1 5-0. As Feeney again fishing with a 3-hitter, 6 strikeouts, just the 1 walk and the 1 hit by pitch. Receiving balanced offense from up and down the lineup. As again, 1 hit each from Manhattanville's first 7 batters this afternoon. And 1 RBI apiece from their 2 through 6 hitters, Venturola, Baboy, Demicky, Torres, and Sam Gentry, as they take Game 1 5-0. We will be back in just about a half an hour for Game 2. But until that time, I'm Adam Ryder saying we will see you soon, and as always, go Valiants. And welcome back. Game 2 of our Mac Freedom doubleheader underway is Aaron Hartenstein delivers a strike one. As Sailor chops one back to Hartenstein, throw made on to Dolores Demeke. One down here in game 2. As Samantha Bloom will step in here. Pitch off the plate, ball 1. That pitch also off the plate, ball 2. Hartenstein fires high, ball 3. After Bloom will be Legsy Walk. Then Megan Beaupre, Kelsey Senchak, Mackenzie Yori, Mendina Liebeck, Gabby Leary, and Ali Duvar here in game number 2 for Kings. That pitch in there for a strike. Hartenstein winds and fires that pitch. Fouled off of Bloom's foot that time. Count now full, 3-2. That pitch grounded to Boy at second as she makes the play. 2 out now in the top of the first. As Legsy Walk, the center fielder, will step in. 2 out, nobody on. Hartenstein fires outside, ball 1. Hartenstein coming in a 4.54 ERA on the season, 26 strikeouts in 41.2 innings. So that ball grounded out to Chaperone, long throw, double clutch, not in time. Ball skips away. Alexis Venturola coming all the way in from right field to back up the play. As Walk will remain at first. And we'll stop Megan Beaupre, one of just 2 Lady Monarchs to record a hit off Alicia Feeney and a Game 1 win for Manhattanville. Count now 1-1. On the senior out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania. That ball grounded down to Baboy. Play made in time. Side is retired. 8 straight scoreless innings for Manhattanville pitchers this afternoon. We'll get you the Manhattanville lineup quickly. Similar to Game 1, with Casillas, Venturola, and Buboy, 1, 2, and 3. Demeke and Torres also back in the 4 and 5 spots. Hartenstein, we mentioned in Game 1, leads the team, or ties the team lead with Demeke, 4 homers apiece. Hartenstein will hit 6th. Sam Jedry will hit 7th. Ali Orduña, the designated player, will hit 8th, and Franzen will bat 9th. And Christina Kocher will take to the circle for Game 2 here for the Lady Monarchs. Kocher came in at 4.45 ERA on the season, leading the team with 23 strikeouts in 39.1 innings. She'll have 2 runs on 5 hits to as the huddle at the mound. before Casillas will step in to lead things off here for Manhattanville. Goker's first delivery in there for a called strike one. Gabby Leary back behind the plate as well for Kings here in game number 2. That pitch off the plate. Count now 2-1. Coker winds and fires. That pitch bounced on the way to home plate. Count now 3-1. And Victorola gives that one a ride. Right field, going back. That ball is gone. Alexis Venturola with an opposite field home run. And Manhattanville grabs a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. To Venturola, her first home run of the season. And Desiree Baboy, one of 2 Manhattanville home runs in game 1. Yvonne Torres, the other, steps in now. 1-0 Manhattanville, and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. As Baboy takes a called strike on the outside corner. That pitch bounced in the dirt. Count now 2-1. Baboy fouls that one out of play. Count 2-2. Pitch high, count now full, 3-2 on the junior out of Villa Park, California. And Baboy lines one, foul off a tree out of play. Coker, another 3-2 delivery. That off the outside corner. Gabby Leary, trying to frame that for a few extra seconds. But it is indeed a walk for Baboy, and in steps Dolores Demicky. Demicky takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Demicky, the graduate student out of North Massapequa, New York. Grounds one down in a second. Under the glove of Samantha Bloom. Going all the way to third is Desiree Baboy. So a single for Demicky. Runners at the corners now for Yvonne Torres. Torres takes a ball off the outside corner, 1-0. Torres launches one to right center field. The gap, catch is made. Tagging at third and scoring is my boy. Demeke heads back to first. Sacrifice fly for Torres. 2-0 Manhattanville now. 2 out in the first, and in will step Hartenstein. Hartenstein takes a ball, 1-0. Hartenstein out of Massapequa, New York. She and Demeke from the same high school. We'll have a conference on the mound here as Kings coaching staff heads out in what is quickly become a 2-0 game here, following the solo home run by Alexis Venturola, again her first of the season, and the sacrifice fly by Ivan Torres, scoring Desiree Baboy. Again, Hartenstein stepping in for her first at-bat of the day, coming in hitting .314 on the season. 4 homers, 6 RBIs. Third on the team with a .569 slugging percentage. And she takes outside 2-0. That pitch off the plate, count now 3-0. Woodguts picking up once again for the 3-0 delivery. Over the plate, count now 3-1. Demeke at first, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Hartenstein, a big swing and a miss. Hartenstein looking to deposit that ball onto Anderson Hill Road, some 250 plus feet away from home plate, and another big swing and a miss as Hartenstein goes down swinging. But the junior has been staked a 2-0 lead again on the solo home run by Alexis Venturola and the sacrifice fly by Ivan Torres. The Manhattanville defensive positions here. Around the infield, it's Torres behind the plate, Demeke at first, Baboy at second, Sophia Chapelone at short, Sam Jedry at third, and then the outfield around from left to right, just like it was in Game 1. Brooke Franzen, Asela Casillas, and Alexis Venturola. As Manhattanville again, fresh on the heels of a 5-0 win in Game 1 of our Mac Freedom doubleheader, quickly up 2-0 here after 1 inning in Game 2. As Kelsey Senchak will lead off here for Kings. She'll take a ball, count 1-0. That pitch inside, Senchak having to scoot out of the way. Count now 2-0. A pitch in there for a strike. Count now 2-1. So Jack steps back in and swung on an Not sure if that was foul tipped or just went off the glove of Torres, but in any case, it is strike two. 2-2 the count now. Outside count now goes full 3-2. That pitch swung on and missed for strike three. Sunchak goes down swinging, and that will bring up Mackenzie Yori. That was Harnstein's first strikeout of the afternoon and her 27th of the season. That pitch low for a 1-1 count. The wind and Adam Ryder from Manhattanville Field as Aaron Harnstein delivers strike two on Mackenzie Yori. That pitch off the outside part of the plate. 2-2 now. That ball chopped in front of the plate. Harnstein out of the circle. Throw not in time. Yori beats that one out. Infield single. 1 on, 1 out for Kings here in the top of the second. As Medina Lieback, the freshman out of Pittston, Pennsylvania, steps to the plate for the first time today. Here's a ball off the outside part of the plate. 1-0. Line Victor's 11th game of the season. She takes a ball, 2-0. Coming in hitting .273 on the season. 6 hits and 22 at bats. Harnstein delivers a as the Gabby Leary chants from the Kings dugout have broken out here. Oh, one pitch in the dirt. Count now 1-1. Off the outside part of the plate, and Yori taking a nice lead with neither Chapelone nor Boboy in the relative vicinity of second base. That ball grounded into the hole, into left field, and stopping at third. Called strike. Harnstein now 1 strike away from getting out of relative trouble here. That ball swung on and missed. Hartenstein with a big strikeout as she strands runners at the corners. Manhattanville still with a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Hartenstein her second strikeout of the inning, extending the scoreless streak to 9 innings now for Manhattanville pitchers this afternoon. So Manhattanville will have Jedri, Orduna, and Franzen do up. This half inning. Again, the Venturola solo home run and the Torres sacrifice fly, staking Manhattanville their 2-run lead thus far off of Christina Coker. As the sun going in and out of the clouds here in Purchase, New York. Again, seeing the sun, not a guarantee by any stretch of the imagination the last few weeks through the series of storms, as rain and snow has created a little bit of havoc on MAC Freedom schedules for both baseball and softball teams. As Jedgery steps in to lead off the bottom of the second. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Manhattanville already with a number of games postponed by the series of storms. That pitch outside for a ball, now 1-1. Manhattanville came in playing just 4 conference games this season. As that pitch on the outside corner, strike 2. Delaware Valley currently sitting in 6th. Someone played 2 conference games this season. They are at 1-1. As Jedgery fouls that one off the screen. It remains 1-2. MAC Freedom softball teams this season have played varieties of 2, 4, 6, and 8 home games. As Jedgery goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Christina Coker. And will step Ali Orduna. The designated player for the second straight game. As she pops one up a few feet in front of our broadcast booth here at Manhattanville Field. Another pitch skied foul. This one outside of first base. Beaupre and Liebeck give that one a look for Kings. Getting the Kings infield quickly here. Joining Beaupre and Liebeck are Yori at short and Duvoir at third. And Amber Saylor, Lexi Wolk, and Senchak left to right in the outfield. As Orduna is called out on strikes. So 2 out, no one on. In steps Brooke Franzen. Takes ball 1 from Coker. Franzen out of Newport Beach, California. Pitch, and that is just off the outside corner. Count now 2-2. Sun making its way back through the clouds as Franzen pops one into center. To her left, making the catch, is Lexi Wolk. So Manhattanville retired 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. As Coker recovers quite nicely from the 2-run Manhattanville first. As Aaron Harnstein will head back out for the top of the third. a defensive change for Kings as well, as Samantha Bloom has moved to the designated player spot. And Medina Lineback moves to second. Ali Ordunez also moved to shortstop for Manhattanville, and Sophia Chaperone now in the designated player role herself. So a few designated player changes for both teams here. As Saylor, leading off for Kings, quickly ahead 2-0, excuse me. She runs a hot shot down to the boy, but she makes a play nonetheless to Demeke. 1 out here, top of the third. As the aforementioned new designated player, Samantha Bloom, now steps in for Kings with 1 out. She chops one down to the boy. Going to be a close play at first, but in time. So back-to-back pitches, boy dealing with a bullet off the bat and a slow chopper. But 2 quick 4-3 putouts. Bring up Legsy Walk. She will take strike 1. The sun has made its way back out through the clouds as Walk chops one to Beaupre, waiting in the on-deck circle. As Beaupre will toss it back to Hartenstein. Hartenstein, quick delivery in that pitch into right field. Then to roll the backpedaling, makes the catch. A 1-3 inning for Aaron Hartenstein. A 5-pitch inning, if I'm not mistaken. As Manhattanville will maintain their 2-0 lead heading to the bottom of the third in this Game 2 of our Mac Freedom doubleheader for Manhattanville Field. Valiants, of course, winning Game 1 5-0. Desiree Baboy and Yvonne Torres with a solo home run apiece in that one. As Manhattanville got at least 1 hit from batters 1 through 7 in their lineup, and at least 1 RBI each from their 2 through 6 batters in that one as well. All backing Alicia Feeney's 3-hit shutout. As Manhattanville, a day after their 23-game conference winning streak was snapped in a doubleheader sweep against the Sales, getting back on track earlier this afternoon and continuing that momentum here in Game 2, up 2-0 as they come to bat in the bottom of the third. As Casillas will lead off. And she will take high for ball 1. One-0 offering outside. 2-0 now on Casillas. Mentioned earlier, a 2-sport athlete here at Manhattanville. Played field hockey for Kevin Kelly in the fall. She takes a strike, count now 2-1. Coker winds and fires. You can see us a line drive, but right at Mackenzie Yori. Yori had time to take one step, but fortunately that's all she needed to take as she grabs that one for the first out. As Ventarola steps back in towards the opposite field. Home run in the bottom of the first. Her first home run of the season as she takes strike one. Another fly ball, this one a little more playable. And on the edge of the outfield grass, Liebeck makes the catch. So 2 outs here, bottom of the third. And in steps Desiree Boboy. As Boboy launches one foul out of play. As Boboy launches one to right center, coming over and making the catch will be Senchak to end the inning. So matching 1, 2, 3 innings by Hartenstein and Coker here in the third. Each retiring the top of the order, ironically enough, as both teams' 1, 2, 3 hitters go down in order. Kings will have Beaupre, Senchak, and Yori up here in the top of the fourth. As Hartenstein, in just the 3 hits and 2 strikeouts allowed through 4. Continuing the shutout streak here at Manhattanville Field this afternoon. 10 straight innings without a run allowed by the Manhattanville pitching staff. Showing the depth that this team has. As Beaupre does indeed step in and takes a strike on the outside corner. Hartenstein's ERA for the season already down more than 1/3 of a run. There's a scorching ground ball grabbed by Jesury and the play made in time to retire Beaupre. As both teams' third basemen is dealing with some hard-hit ground balls. The hot corner living up to its name here in this one this afternoon. As Senchak steps in now. Take ball 1 off the outside part of the plate. Hartenstein delivers ball 2. Hartenstein now through 3 1/3 at 4-5 innings even pitched on the season. That pitch misses inside as she is fallen behind 3-0 here on Kelsey Senchak. Pitch over for a strike, so Senchak will remain at the plate for at least one more pitch. Kind of 3-1. Pitch knocked foul. Count full at 3-2. Reminder as always, you can follow the live stats of today's game at govaliance.com/live. Steve Sheridan, as always, on the stat laptop. As Senchak goes down swinging, so Hartenstein coming back after falling behind 3-0, strikes out Senchak for the second out of the inning. And in will step Mackenzie Yorey. That pitch a strike on the outside part of the plate. Hartenstein delivers the 0-1 pitch off the outside part. Count now 1-1. Hartenstein working quickly. Is falling behind 2-1. That one chopped foul through the little opening between the end of the fence and the Kings dugout. That one making its way almost over to the Manhattanville baseball field adjacent to the Manhattanville softball field here on the Manhattanville College campus. And a nice backhand snare that time by Hartenstein, and she makes the play to retire the side. As Hartenstein is now through 4 innings. 7 in a row set down by the junior out of Massapequa. Demeke, Torres, and the aforementioned Hartenstein do up the sitting for Manhattanville. The power bats, if you will, with the team's co-leaders in home runs, and one of the 2 players tied for 3rd do up this inning for the Valiants. Team with 21 homers on the year and 3 with 11 between them. All due up this inning. Demeke, as we mentioned earlier, also came in leading the team in extra base hits with 9. Four doubles and a triple this season for the graduate student, as well as those 4 home runs.
Now playing third base for the Lady Monarchs, number 8, Brittany Mcnair. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for Manhattanville, the first baseman, number 15, Dolores Demeke.
As Brittany Mcnair, the new 3rd baseman for the Lady Monarchs, as Demeke knocks that one foul. McNair replacing Senchak as Demeke launches one into relatively shallow center field. Play made by Lexi Walk. So Lisa Gigliello, some mid-game defensive substitutions here. As Torres now steps in. As Torres a line drive into left field. That's in there for a base hit. Saylor gets it back in quickly. As Torres on with a line drive single. We'll have a pinch runner here for Torres. be Alexa Gurnett, the junior out of Morristown, New Jersey. Of course, with the softball substitution rules, Torres eligible to return to the game. But Coach Del Martin looking to get a little more speed on the bases with Hartenstein stepping to the plate. As Hartenstein looked ready to slap that one. But instead we'll take ball one. And that pitch fouled out of play and over the fence onto the baseball field. Oh no, 1-1. Hartenstein launches another foul ball, this one even further onto the baseball field. Now 1-2 on Hartenstein, and another big cut and a miss as Hartenstein goes down swinging for the second time today. And that'll bring up Sam Jedry.
Third baseman number 16, Sam Jedry.
So Grant still the first two outs as Jedry takes ball one. Gonna her 7th appearance of the season, just 7 total at bats on the season. As Jedry quickly ahead now 2-0. Jedry a high pop-up in play, and the catch made by Beaupre to end the inning. As Torres will indeed head back out for the top of the 5th. Hartenstein back to the circle as well. Again, Hartenstein just 3 hits allowed through 4 with 3 strikeouts as well. ERA down 4/10 of a run through the first 4 innings here. As Manhattanville looks to advance to 4-2 in the MAC Freedom Conference. MAC Freedom, I should say. Excuse me.
Leading out the top of the 5th for Kings, the second baseman, number 3, Medina Lieback.
So Medina Lieback, who started the game as the designated player, has since moved to second. Takes a called strike, 0-1 the count. That pitch bounced in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 on Lieback. Strike on the outside corner, count now 1-2. That pitch off the plate, count now 2-2. And Lieback goes down swinging, the 4th strikeout of the game now for Hartenstein. as Gabby Leary steps in. Speaking with some of her family members here for the game beforehand. For the first pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. Mentioned Leary originally started as a pitcher but switched to catcher. But she said a couple of her teammates were unable to hold on to third strike pitches. As count now 1-1 on Leary. As Leary launches one outside of third and to the Bermuda Triangle as Franzen, Orduna, and Jedri all converge, but to a mere foul ball. Count 1-2 on Leary. We've seen her ability to catch and hold on to the ball already in this one. Ish made a nice tag retiring Asela Casillas in game 1 to cut down an early run. Count now goes to 2-2. Leary, one of the 3 hits off Hartenstein, but not this time as she goes down swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Aaron Hartenstein. Bring up Allie Duvar. And a bunt that goes foul off the bat of Duvar as Gentry and Demicky came crashing in from the corners. Duvar looking to give Kings even a base runner here, something that has been few and far between this afternoon for the Lady Monarchs. Another bunt shown, this time that is pulled back, pitches outside, count 1-1. As Duvar, soft line drive, snared by Baboy to end the inning. 10 in a row, now retired by Aaron Hartenstein, who has settled in here. "12 straight scoreless innings this afternoon for the Manhattanville pitching staff. As Orduna, Franzen, and Casillas do up this inning for Manhattanville. As Coker heads back out for the bottom of the 5th. Since the first inning, Coker has been about as dominant as Hartenstein has been, but the Venturola home run and Torres sacrifice fly have put her in a 2-0 hole here. Orduna getting the double start today. Came in with just 4 on the season. And going 3 for 4 in game 2 yesterday against DeSales certainly did not help. Didn't hurt, I should say. The cause for starting her today, and a base hit up the middle for Orduna. She's on here leading off the bottom of the 5th.
The left
As Brooke Franzen steps in now. Takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Franzen now at 241 on the season with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Showing a bunt. Gets it down. Coker makes the play. As Arduino moves to second, so Franzen with a well-executed sacrifice. We'll bring Casillas to the plate. Casillas 0-for-2 on the day, now at 333 on the season. 9 RBIs, as mentioned earlier. Takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. That pitch off the outside part of the plate. 1-1. Casillas lines one foul. Out of play off the third base side. 1-2 on the center fielder. Now pitch high and outside. Forcing Leary out of her squat. 2-2 on number 2. As Casillas flies one into shallow center field. Not deep enough for Arduino to advance. So Casillas flying out to her defensive counterpart in Legsy Walk. Bring up Venturola here with 2 out. Venturola lines one into right field, but the catch made just in front of the wall by Ali DeVar. So the Manhattanville center fielder and right fielder both flying out to their defensive counterparts to end the 5th. As Manhattanville still leading 2-0 here in Game 2 of our Mac Freedom doubleheader. For those joining us late, Manhattanville winning Game 1 5-0. 9 solo home runs from Desiree Baboy and Yvonne Torres. Part of a balanced Manhattanville offensive effort that saw at least 1 hit apiece from their 1 through 7 hitters and 1 RBI each from their 2 through 6 hitters. And here in Game 2, Alexis Venturola's solo home run in the first inning and Yvonne Torres' sac fly, the only runs here in this one. As Kings will have the top of the order here with Saylor, Bloom, and Walk. Here at the top of the 6th. Saylor now at 3:06 on the season. Saylor briefly showed a bunt. Pulled back as the pitch in the dirt for 1-0. Saylor not attempting to show a bunt that time, takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Einstein winds and fires that pitch, fouled off the screen. Count now 1-2. off-speed pitch lined into right field. Cutting in front of the gap is Mentarola to hold Sailor to a single. Remember, Sailor just the 4th hit of the game. Leading off the 6th. That'll bring Samantha Bloom to the plate. Bloom takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Take the opportunity to remind everyone Manhattanville is back in action here at Manhattanville Field next Saturday against Wilkes. It is a slow roller to short. Orduna's only play is to first, and in time, Bloom is retired. Sailor moves to second with 1 out here in the 6th. Again, Manhattanville welcomes Wilkes to Manhattanville Field next Saturday, April 14th. MAC Arena doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. As Lexi Walk steps in. Grounds one off the glove of Hartenstein. No play for Orduna. Hartenstein kept that ball from going into center field and potentially saving a run for now, but King suddenly will bring the potential go-ahead run to the plate in the form of Megan Beaupre. As Hartenstein delivers off the outside corner, 1-0. Hartenstein winds and fires, and runner going to second base in the throw, hitting the runner. And going to left field as the run scores. So Sailor comes in for the first run of the day for Kings. And Walk, after being hit by the throw by Torres, goes first to third. Kings now potentially 60 feet away from tying this game here in the 6th. Two and 1 the count now on Beaupre. That pitch is popped outside of first, beyond a sprinting Demeke. 2-2 now the count on Beaupre. Now at .333 for the season. That pitch off the outside part of the plate. Count goes full on the Kings' first baseman. And that pitch is outside, so runners right back at the corners with 1 out here. Torres has been charged with an error on the stolen base by Walk. So the run for Sailor for now remains unearned. We have a discussion here between Lisa Gigliello and our home plate umpire. Yes, Gina Williams, freshman out of Frackville, PA, will come on pinch run for Beaupre, representing the potential go-ahead run. Coach Gigliello looking to get a little more speed on the bases here. As Hartenstein delivers a pitch fouled off of Torres. A little bit of confusion that time as to whether it was indeed fouled off or not by Brittany Mcnair. Pitch dribbled back to Hartenstein. Quick throw. Gets the out at first and not able to score on the play is Walk. Molk took about a step off the bag, off contact, but read the play well. So remains at third. Second, third now 2 outs. As Williams advances to second on the ground out. This Kings now with 2 runners in scoring position. That pitch off the outside part of the plate. Count goes to 1-1. That pitch on the outside corner. 1-2. Hart's down 1 strike away from getting out of a big-time spot. That pitch chopped to second. Play in time, made by Baboy. So Kings gets a run off the throwing error by Torres, but Harnstein limiting the damage as Manhattanville maintaining a 2-1 lead here to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Baboy, fresh off the inning-ending play, will lead off here with Demeke and Torres due to follow. So Kings, after 13-plus scoreless innings, finally able to get on the board here, but still trail Manhattanville 2-1 here in Game 2 of our Mac Freedom doubleheader. Again, Manhattanville looking to move to 4-2 down the season in conference play. Kings looking to avoid going to 2-6. As the sun has disappeared for the time being behind the clouds here in Purchase, New York. On what has been a windy, to say the very least, a windy afternoon here in the Northeast. Again, Adam Ryder with you here from Manhattanville Field. Steve Sheridan on the stat laptop. GoValiants.com/live for all live stat information. As Baboy will indeed step in here to begin the bottom of the 6th. Takes ball 1. Pitch in the dirt and a sliding stop made by Gabby Leary. Baboy grounds that one to short. The play made in time by Yori. Baboy retired for the first out of the inning. And I'll bring up Ivan Torres. Torres with a drive into right field, but in front of the wall. DeVore makes the catch, so the Valiants go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. So last chance once again for Kings. Head coach Dale Martin talking with the home plate umpire. We'll see what, if any, defensive changes are made here for Manhattanville. And right away we see a rather noticeable one as Martin going to Feeney here in the top of the 7th. So Feeney looking for the win and save in games 1 and 2 respectively here Harnstein's done after 6 innings, allowing the 1 run on 5 hits with 5 strikeouts. So it's on Liebeck, Leary, and Devoir here, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Kings, to try and tie this thing off of Feeney.
Now pitching for Manhattanville, number 11, Alicia Feeney. Leading off for Kings, the second baseman, number 3, Menino Liebeck.
And Feeney's first offering of Game 2 in their 4th strike, 0-1. So the last 2 weeks here, we've now seen Feeney start Game 1 and come on in relief in Game 2. She's quickly ahead here, 0-2. Another off-speed pitch. And Liebeck goes down swinging. As Leary steps in. There's another strike. 4 straight strikes for Feeney. Start her second appearance of the day. That pitch fouled out of play behind home plate. Feeney winds and fires. That pitch grounded right back to the circle, and the play made. 2 out, Manhattanville 1 out away from the sweep here. As Devoir, the potential last chance for Kings. She'll take a ball. As the Kings bench attempts to get behind their right fielder. She is quickly ahead 2-0 here. As Feeney winds and fires. That pitch misses, so 3 straight balls here by Feeney. As that pitch is indeed over for a strike. Got now 3-1. Feeney winds and fires, and that pitch popped into right field. Just the leaping boy, so now that Devoir keeps the game going for at least 1 more batter. And in steps Amber Saylor. Saylor, big cut and a miss. Count 0-1. Saylor now hitting .315 on the season. And that pitch popped into right, coming in. Venturella, she can't get it! Ball rolls off her glove all the way to the wall. Come around third, and safe at the plate! Is Ali Devoir sliding under the tag of Torres. Demke, who came over from first to pick up the ball that had carried away from Venturola, got it there in time. Venturola went a little high on the tag, and Devoir able to get under it as head coach Dale Martin out to chat with our home plate umpire. So we'll have a meeting of the umpires here. Unsure if they would be debating if the base umpire had a better look or one of the runners missed a base, but the play is upheld as now Samantha Bloom steps in. With Saylor 60 feet away, and that pitch goes to the backstop. Play at the plate is late, as Kings suddenly finds themselves in front 3-2. A little bit of miscommunication that time between Torres and Feeney. Feeney was there, but Torres held the ball an extra second or two as Saylor scores the go-ahead run here. What a turn of events. Kings, after not scoring in the first 12 innings, now with 3 runs in the last 2 innings, find themselves up 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. Is that a check swing down to third? Jedry makes the play, but not before Kings goes in front. Again, Ali Duvar, the 2-out single, came all the way around to score on the single and error. Again, sliding just under the tag of Yvonne Torres. Again, Doris Demeke, who ended last week's Game 2, albeit that game a 5-1 situation at the time. Demeke's relay throw ended Game 2. Her relay throw nearly ended Game 2 today. But again, Duvar slid just under the tag. And then Saylor, who went all the way around to third on that play, and coming in to score on the wild pitch, has now put Kings potentially 3 outs away from earning a remarkable split against Manhattanville. As Jordan Boyd will be called upon to pinch hit here. With Feeney's spot due up. Coach Martin looking for a little more offensive firepower. As Boyd swings and misses for strike 2. Jordan Boyd hitting at .370 this season. 2 homers and 8 RBIs as she pops one to the right, coming in and making the running catch is Ali Duvar. So with 1 out, Sam Jedry will step to the plate. Jedry hitting now .327 on the season. 2 homers and 8 RBIs for the sophomore out of La Canada, Flint Ridge, California. Jedry pops one into right. Foul ball and unable to make the catch, just out of the reach of Medina Liebeck. One and one now on Jedry. That pitch in there for a strike count now, 1-2. Jedry grounds one down to third, and the play in time as McNair with the throw over to Beaupre has now put Manhattanville down to its final out of the afternoon. As Orduña steps in, 1 for 2 here in game 2, now at 364 on the season. That pitch bounced and gets away from Leary, but no one on base to worry about. Pitch is lined into center field, unable to make the diving catch was walk as Orduña stops at second base. So both teams down to their final outs. Players delivering. It was DeVar in the top half of the inning, and here Orduña in the bottom half. So it's now left to Brooke Franzen. Franzen takes off the plate. 1-0. That pitch a little bit further outside. Count now 2-0. Franzen does have 2 homers on the season. G pops one foul out of play. That one was onto the street here. Franzen digs back in, swung on and missed. 2-2 the count here. Kings leading 3-2. Orduña at second. 2-2. 2 out on Brooke Franzen. Here in the bottom of the 7th. That pitch fouled back to the screen. Franzen stays alive for at least one more pitch. Coker waits as Franzen digs back in. And the pitch swung on and fouled out of play off the first base side. We'll do 2-2 one more time. Should Franzen reach, it would be back to the top of the order, and Acela Casillas. That pitch high and outside. Ball 3. 3-2 the count on Franzen. We'll see if Orduña's in motion with a full count and 2 outs. The pitch flied out to right, over by the corner and out of play. DeVar gave that one a look, but that one several feet out of play. Continuing to swirl here, the 3-2 pitch. High ball 4. So the winning run now on base as Casillas will step to the plate. Casillas 0 for 3 today, but still hitting at .327 on the season. The Manhattanville student faithful beyond the outfield walls are all standing right now, and for good reason. 1-run game, bottom 7th, and the winning run now on base. Casillas takes ball 1 outside, that pitch in the dirt. Nice sliding block by Leary. That pitch outside, ball 2. Casillas, as we mentioned, had drawn a team leading 8 walks entering game 1. Another one here would, of course, push the winning run in the form of Franzen down into scoring position. That pitch on the outside corner, 2-1. Casillas sticks back in. The pitch called a ball. 3-1 the count. And that pitch misses for ball 4. Back-to-back walks here by Coker. So the winning run down to second, and in steps Venturola. Now Venturola launched a home run in the first. Put Manhattanville up 1-0. She takes a strike for an 0-1 count here. Venturola 1 for 3 on the afternoon. The aforementioned home run, hitting a .357 on the season. Takes another strike. Count now 0-2. Kings again, potentially 1 pitch away. That pitch chopped right back to Coker. The play in time. So Christina Coker gets herself into and out of trouble here in the 7th to end the game as Kings comes back to win it 3-2 and earns a split against Manhattanville this afternoon from Manhattanville Field. Again, the Valiants are back in action at home next Saturday against Wilkes. Conference doubleheader beginning at 1 o'clock. But until then, for Steve Sheridan, I am Adam Ryder, saying good night, and as always, go Valiants.